Hi, pre-K kids. Now that the weather's starting to get nice out, nice and sunny, and the ground is getting warmer, when the ground is warm, now is the time to plant seeds for your garden to make fruits and vegetables or flowers. So this is a really cool science book that I have. It's going to tell us how to set up an experimental garden using bean seeds so that you can see how seeds grow. So we're going to read this book, How a Seed Grows, written by Helen Jordan and illustrated by Loretta Krupinski. So here we go. A seed is a little plant. It is a plant that has not started to grow. Apple trees and daisies, carrots and corn, clover and wheat, they all grow from seeds. Here's a little tree seed. We've seen these out on the playground. They look like they have wings. The wind carries them away to a good spot where they find a nice place to grow with lots of nutrients. And then someday they turn into trees like this. Here's a flower seed. This happens to be a sunflower seed, and within a month or so it could grow into a sunflower. Some seeds grow slowly. These are the seeds of an old oak tree. An oak tree grows very, very slowly. Suppose you planted an oak tree seed. You would be a father or a mother, or even a grandfather or a grandmother, and the oak tree would still be growing. They can grow to be over 100 years old. We have one of these in the play yard at school. Some seeds grow very fast. This happens to be a bean seed. It grows fast. It grows so fast that it becomes a bean plant in just a few weeks. So that's the seed we're going to focus on in this book. You can plant bean seeds yourself. We used pole beans, but you can use pole beans, bush beans, lima beans, any kind of bean you want. Just go look in your cupboard and see what kind of bean you can find. You can plant the seeds in eggshells or tin cans or old cups or even little flower pots. Be sure that your containers have holes in the bottom to let the water drain out, because excess water can cause the bean seeds to get moldy. We used eggshells in our book. We used a pencil to make holes in the bottom of the eggshells. And we filled 12 eggshells with soils like this, just a spoonful. And then we made a hole in the soil with our finger, like this. When you have made a hole in the soil, plant a bean seed in it. Plant one seed in each hole. And then cover the seed with just a little bit of soil, maybe 1/4 inch or so. Sprinkle the soil carefully with a little bit of water. Number the shells. Write the number 1 on the first shell, put the number 2 on the next shell, and keep going until all of the shells are numbered from 1 to 12. Put all the eggshells in an egg carton. Put the carton in the sunlight on a windowsill. Some bean seeds grow faster than others. Our seeds began to grow in 3 days. Your bean seeds may take a little bit longer. You won't be able to see your seeds growing yet. They start to grow under the soil where you can't see them. So you have to be patient. And this project will take you a few weeks to accomplish. Water your seeds a little bit every day. The water soaks into the seeds. The seeds begin to grow. As more water soaks into the seeds will get fatter and fatter. They'll start to absorb the water, and that water will then get to the places where it needs to be to help the seeds start to grow. Wait for 3 days and then dig up seed number 1. It may be soft, it may be fat, maybe it will just look the same as it did before. Soon the seed will grow so fat that its skin will pop off. In 2 more days, dig up seed number 2. Maybe it will look different now. Maybe the skin of the seed will be loose. Now the root starts to grow. The root grows from one side of the bean seed. The root pushes down into the soil, down and down and down it goes. Dig up seed number 3. Can you see the root? Does it look like this? If you don't see a root, wait for another day and then dig up seed number 4. But eventually you'll see the roots start to form with lots of different little roots coming off the main root. After a few more days, dig up seed number 5. Something else is happening. Little roots will be growing from the big root. They look like tiny white hairs. They are called root hairs. Day after day, the roots hairs push down into the soil. Day after day, the bean seeds are pushed up and the soil is pushed aside. Watch your seeds. Soon you will see pale shoots push through the soil. A shoot is the beginning of a green plant. A shoot grows towards the sun. Watch your seeds. Some may have come through the ground. Some may have broken open. Maybe some of your seeds have not started to grow. How many are growing? Now you could count them. How many do these kids have growing? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe all 12 will grow, and maybe some won't. The bean seeds grow fast. The shoots turn green. The leaves come next. Now your bean seeds are becoming bean plants, and they'll start to grow leaves and look like this. The seed will still be attached, but then the leaves start growing. How many of your bean seeds are bean plants? Takes about 2 weeks. See the plants? They're starting to get big. A seed needs many things to grow. And you could plant it in your garden if you want, or just keep it in a pot inside the house. But a seed needs soil or nutrients. It needs water and sunshine. And when it gets sun, that's when photosynthesis takes place, and photosynthesis turns the leaves green. And then to finish off the plant life cycle, you know that plants, once you harvest the fruit, then the plants die and become detritus and make soil again. Then if you let your bean seeds grow all summer, give them lots of water and put them in a sunny place outside where the soil is warm and the air is warm, they'll grow really tall and they'll make beans. The little fruit or beans or vegetables will start to grow. If a seed has all of these things, it will grow into a plant. It will grow into the same kind of plant that it came from. an apple tree or a daisy or carrots or corn. It will grow into clover, or it will grow into a bean plant like the ones you planted. So now that you know how a seed grows, you can pick bean seeds, or if your family is planting a garden, you can get those seeds ready to plant in your garden. A lot of times we start the seeds in the house. And as you saw on the video from the book, usually you get a tray so that the water, when it comes out of the pots, doesn't make a mess. You can get pots that previous plants came in, and you can see the holes in the bottom. If you don't have any of these pots, you could use a yogurt cup, but poke holes in the bottom so the water can get out. Or there's these compostable pots that you can buy at the dollar store. They have little holes in the bottom, and when you go to plant them, you can just plant this whole pot, and this will disintegrate and become soil. If you plant the plants in these, you'll have to take the soil and the plant out carefully and plant the plant in your garden. If we were at school, we'd be planting these out in the front garden by the gazebo. So, it's springtime. Get your things ready and go plant a seed and make a garden. Have fun!